Как же она долго запускается постоянно? Интересно, что будет, если я продолжить нажму? А я, по-моему, практически с концовки начинаю. Давайте почитаем. Встретите равного по силе и бою. По силе в бою. Отпусти свои страхи. Поди от рук одичавшей пленницы. Тут визуально это выглядит как будто какой-то зверек с ушами. Освободи вспыльчивую узницу. Для счастливого конца не нужен этот бренный мир. Призраки не находят покоя по самым разным причинам из-за пламени страсти, из-за потока так и несказанных слов. Когда повидал худшее, что только может предложить тюрьма мира, всегда можно решить уйти с пустыми руками. Иногда, чтобы разорвать цикл жестокости, нужно поставить на кон свое сердце. Стань с принцессой единым целым в буквальном смысле слова. Может включать поедание твоей плоти, но есть и другие варианты. Прикольно. Природе не обязательно проглатывать тебя целиком, у нее достаточно других способов с тобой расправиться. Лучше держать свои кошмары при себе, чем выпустить их на волю. Кстати, да, я уже проспойлерил себе то, что есть принцесса Nightmare, типа кошмарная. Убей свои кошмары или будешь убит призраком прошлого. И такое чувство, что для каждого сосуда как будто своя концовка есть, то есть положительная. Допустим, призрак есть положительный, есть отрицательный. Ибо столько тут прямо принцесс всяких разных. Божеству можно пытаться противиться, но убить Бога очень трудно. В поражении нет ничего зазорного. Я вот убил Бога. Тебе нужно больше места. Тесная пещера не годится для битвы, да и для постоянного обитания тоже. Я попробую
You're on a
что-нибудь сделать.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a prince. You're here.
Что там на тап пропуск? Кстати, давайте сразу попытаюсь уйти моментально.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Молча пойти по тропе прочь от избушки, да. Идем, вообще абсолютно не
I
слушаем его.
suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good.
Это мы все читали. Развернуться снова и уйти. Я смотрю, ты совсем не ценишь время, ни свое, ни чужое, ведешь себя как законченный эгоист. Я ведь уже объяснил, что стоит на кону. Если ты не выполнишь эту задачу, все умрут, понимаешь? По-настоящему умрут навсегда. Молча пойти по тропе.
Your
Вообще не
silence is
слушаем его.
deafening.
Это я не читал дальше.
But fine.
Не
Turn
пропускается.
around and trek back down the path you came. There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Тут не бывает неверных решений. Мне об этом сказали еще до игры. Угу. Я продолжил упрямиться. Молча направиться в избушку? Так. Я думал, опять будет опция или выбор с избеганием избушки. Я иду в избушку. Этой стены раньше не было. Я хочу погулять в лесу. Я уверен, что есть какая-то история именно с лесом. Не в избушке, а именно с лесом, где я могу встретить принцессу какую-то другую. Выборы такие себе, все эти опции мы уже читали. Всё это уже было. Тут нету, блин, опции молча направиться в избушку. Солгать. Ага, да ладно, я иду в избушку, чтобы покончить с принцессой. Подожди, так я все равно туда пойду. То есть я лгу то, что я ее прикончу, а не лгу то, что я иду в избушку. То есть он же не пойдет погулять по лесу, он все равно в избушку пойдет. Ну, выбор-то чё, какой у меня? Никакой. Молча направиться, я уже ходил так.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further.
Это уже новенькое. Чекайте, что тут творится, что за плотина тут уже построена.
She will lie, she will cheat. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Чтобы позлить меня.
Let's keep an open mind.
Okay.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Я не чувствую, что тут намешана куча избушек. Тут просто в избушке дерево и камни смешаны. Ничего такого другого нет. Кажется, будто избушка что-то. Короче, я сегодня хочу в крысу поиграть. Если я ничего другого не придумаю, вот если я, допустим, умру, это доиграем. О, фига себе, как все двигается. Эту историю, вот, допустим, сейчас доиграем, и потом я буду в крысу играть. Я буду... заходить с ней болтать, и когда мы уже будем выходить на выходе, тогда я буду брать нож. Вот так вот поступим, потому что так я никогда не делал. Я либо брал нож с собой, либо не брал его. И потом мы выходили, я отдавал зеркалу необходимые вот эти души принцесс разных. Либо же я там с ней пытался подраться, и к чему это привело. То есть у меня была фурия. Кто там еще был? Башня была, да? Огромная. Тоже я с ней пытался драться. Короче, попробую на выходе брать именно нож.
The only furniture of note is a plain table. Its legs all the wrong lengths. The blade is your implement. You'll need... If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Я, кстати, вот этот вопрос я задавал еще в самом начале. Это так странно. Реально не меч, а просто ножичек.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours.
Блин, текст.
if you don't mind.
Текст сливается. Неудобно даже мне читать. Я английский-то неплохо понимаю, поэтому я вынужден после него перечитывать немножко.
Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Ты забыл упомянуть зеркало. Подойти к зеркалу. Это скучно, мы не будем подходить и зеркало игнорим. Взять клинок, спуститься в подвал. Не берем клинок с собой, это уже знак угрозы будет.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases, all built from unidentifiable materials.
Это что, кошмарное? Подождите, это кошмарное? Множество лестниц, на глаз определить, из какого они материала не представляется возможным. Мне напомнило молоко сразу. Milk Inside или Outside, я не помню в какой части, я их путаю. Там была концовка тоже такая же, черная, с такими же лестницами. Есть в популярных даже у меня видос с концовкой такой.
Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get. Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odor that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Phew.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Множество интонаций. Может, развернемся назад?
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
Как же хорошо бунтарь здесь подходит. Если это все-таки кошмар. Случайно.
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Спуститься по крутой лестнице слева. Спуститься по лестнице в центре. Спуститься по пологой лестнице справа. А я не вижу правую уже. Пологой. По лестнице в центре. Давай справа.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You
Привет,
don't feel like there's any
Блять.
concern you might slip or tumble or lose your way.
Можно я скажу? Привет, акрофобии, если я не путаю ничего. Вот, я же нажал.
But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight. The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness. the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Офигеть.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Все идет назад, время идет назад.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs.
Угу.
Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Грязные делишки.
Princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
Как два фонаря в ночи. Красиво. Блин, в этой игре ничего нет лучше. Выделяются вот два момента. Это голоса, которые здесь есть. Если бы был один голос героя, это было бы неимоверно скучно и неинтересно. Если бы была куча принцесс, но не было голосов, тоже кучей, это было бы скучно. А во-вторых, музыка. Плюс рисовка красивенькая. Но голоса весь контент делают.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Я ее раньше не встречал, поэтому я, наверное, не буду нож на выходе брать. Я думал, что я встречу старых принцесс. Если я выйду на старых принцесс, сосудов, точнее, которых я уже встречал, то я попытаюсь как-то по-другому сыграть. И вот как раз ножик возьму, когда я его не брал в те моменты. Ну, то есть, чтобы разнообразить, чтобы, возможно, выйти на какую-то другую линию, другую принцессу. Но мы уже вышли, поэтому я буду играть нормально. Не в крысу. Спуск по лестнице вызвал у меня необычное ощущение. Меня будто разобрали на атомы и снова собрали воедино. Не знаю, что это было. Откуда и знать. Говорят, тебя заточили здесь не просто так. Ты не знаешь, за что? Судя по всему, ты представляешь угрозу для всего мира. Меня отправили покончить с тобой. Не-не-не-не, давай без этого.
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew.
Пусть теряется в догадках.
Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until...
Теперь все избушки смешались.
Until...
Либо избушек много, а принцесса текущая одна будет просто в большом количестве.
It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Oh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Гениально. Тебя стало больше. Как тебя зовут? Неважно. Говорят, тебя заточили здесь не просто так. Представляешь угрозу, это мы видели. Опа, уйдем отсюда вместе, попытаться ее освободить. Я не знаю, что ты такое, и не могу тебе доверять. Здесь вообще ничего нельзя доверять. Бросить ее в подвале, забрать клинок. Нет, мы попытаемся ее освободить. Стоп. Holy shit. Это один выбор, я только сейчас понял. Попытаться ее освободить, вместо с этим бросить ее в подвале и забрать клинок. Кто чем займется?
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger.
Давай еще делай вас больше.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again.
Отлично, все идет по плану. То решение опасно принимать. Оно слишком острое. Мы можем что-то напортить. Сначала нужно их размножить.
I don't like where this is going.
Помножить.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs.
Да, страшная лестница вообще.
Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it.
Hell ladder. Клинок наверху, если хочешь его забрать, придется подняться. Не хочу.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
Сомневаюсь. У вас вообще есть желание возвращаться ради клинка?
Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Задаем больше вопросов. Как тебя зовут?
You can call me Princess, if you'd like. Princess. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
Блин, не... выборы
I don't know
кончаются.
why I'm here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it. Oh, don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster. And the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Я знаю, что это за принцесса будет. Это не кошмар. Это не кошмарная. По-моему, это смесь.
Okay,
Что-то
this
типа
was fun for a
трехголовой.
bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Ладно. Так. Ладно, выбираем это. Подожди. Этого не было. Чем ты займешься, если я тебя освобожу?
Are you looking for the truth? Or are you looking for the right answer?
Правда.
What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person? I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that. Besides, you already know what I'm going to do. If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Какие бы они одинаковые не были, характеры у них у всех разные.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Даже бунтарь запаниковал уже. Хорошо, у меня больше нет выборов.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Это пытка.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Иллюзия выбора. Когда возможно все, ничто невозможно. Но ты не узнаешь, услышали твой ответ. Она исчезла, и на ее месте появилось нечто иное. Че по громкости? Нормально.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we
Up.
try and find... I'm begging you.
Они исчезли, но зеркало осталось. Пришла пора в него заглянуть. Ты один в пустоте. Здесь так тихо.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Я ждал эту музыку. Я по ней даже соскучился. Это и есть конец света. Выпусти ее отсюда. Ты знаешь рассказчика. Это ты послал меня покончить с принцессой. Ты заперла меня здесь. Мы это все видели. Тебе известно о мирах за пределами этого места. И принцесса. Знакомы? Да, мы знакомы. И что дальше? Атаковать сущность, уничтожить совет.
She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Это, наверное, моя самая любимая музыка из игры. Прощай. Извиняюсь. Одна из множества рук перед тобой тянется вперед и нежно касается твоей щеки.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Что?
Nothing,
Я не
as we
умер,
are,
как обычно.
but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Ну ладно. Что нужно делать? Сколько еще кусочков тебя я должен найти? Что если я не позволю тебе так со мной поступить? Я все это тоже помню. Хорошо, подари мне забвение. Теперь точно пока.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Ладно.
You won't.
Яркое цветное сердце.
You're on a
Цветное.
path in the woods, and are you serious? Does it? Then I guess we'll just have to see.
Я играю примерно как первый раз сыграл. По идее, это должна быть самая начальная принцесса.
The interior of the
Мы не берем нож, спускаемся просто в подвал и возьмем его на обратном пути. К сожалению.
door to the base.
Пришел тебя навестить. Сейчас доброжелательно очень играю, пока не
are?
выйдем.
You're only
Да,
making
самое
this more
обычное.
difficult.
Okay.
Так,
You make your way to.
спасти.
Fine. No. We... Stop that.
Я, кстати, пробовал уже покончить с этой принцессой в этой концовке.
The blade.
Окей, все равно умер. Если я сейчас уйду.
Are we running away? What are you doing? We have to save her.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Разумеется,
Somehow
знаю.
I doubt that, but fine. I suppose You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Там то же
It's
самое
remarkably
принцесса будет
selfish, if
интересно.
you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job...
What's going on? Where are we? Oh, I don't like this one bit. There's
Нет,
not a
ну и дамы
single
вокруг.
damsel in sight. How dull.
Мир вокруг тебя раскручивается, его физическая материя заменяется тканью пустоты. Ты снова оказался в долгом покое. Память возвращается. Я и есть долгий покой. Слышим ударенный грохот, переплетение множества звуков. Колебания становятся громче, когда приближается нечто иное. Ты уже знаешь, что обитает в пустоте. Щупальца трогают ткани реальности. Подожди, я это читал. Молча.
You make your way up the short
Блин.
path to the cabin.
Не новая
You'll
избушка.
find the princess within.
Как мне еще нужно сыграть, чтобы найти что-то новое? То есть я сбежал, вот сейчас не пошел в избушку во второй
The
раз.
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Первый
The
раз
air is stale and
я все
musty,
равно
and
умер.
the floor and wall...
Что будет, если я сейчас возьму клинок с собой? Я даже не понимаю, как здесь принцесса будет, но явно она уже была здесь. Давайте не будем пока брать.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
Okay.
Вернуться за клинком. Этого тоже не было выбора у меня тогда. И оставить ее под замком просто. Тоже не было такого. Не говоря больше ни слова, вернуться наверх за клинком. Почему именно сейчас? Посмотреть новую. Давайте оставим ее под замком. Попробуем нажать.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Мне не нравится эта ухмылка. Тебе необходимо сделать выбор от лица всего мира. Надеюсь, что этот выбор будет верным. Запереть в подвале. Забрать клинок. Так, посмотрим, как тебя освободить. Осмотреть, какого я делал. Забрать клинок, по-моему, я нажимал. Не помню точно, с этой принцессой или нет. А запереть ее в подвале я никогда не делал такого.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to
Да,
take.
это должно
We can make
пропускаться.
this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here. It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
А где клинок?
Okay, we can make this work.
Угу.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door I'll hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Можешь кричать сколько угодно, твои угрозы... Ты можешь не стучать? Твои угрозы лишь притупляют мое чувство вины. Значит, все это время ты скрывала свое истинное лицо. Ты вовсе не милая и беззащитная, и никакая ты не принцесса или монстр. Уснуть, не обращая на нее внимания. Том, это можно будет выбрать, если я выберу что-то одно из этого? Из первых двух? Давай вот это скажем.
Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
Жестоко предает.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar. Its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Угу. Вот сейчас нужно было бы абсолютную тишину сделать. Вот эту музыку фоновую выключить было бы классно.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Если бы не было фоновой музыки, это было бы еще эффектнее. Это Nightmare?
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once.
Да-да-да.
The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
Себя видела?
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
You die. Nightmare. Окей. Я нашел ее.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Я
And in
хотел,
the basement of that cabin is a princess.
я хотел найти Nightmare, либо пёсю, принцессу, такая с ушками. Я уже в трейлере ее увидел, поэтому я запомнил. Я и думал, что нужно как-то по лесу гулять, чтобы ее найти. Еще есть принцесса, точно знаю, какая-то в руинах сидящая. То есть там от избушки даже крыши не осталось. То есть там... Понятия не имею, что это за принцесса. Но она в руинах
You're
сидит.
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the...
Минутку, все это уже было, нет, опции нет. Но все же я умер, что я здесь делаю? Как-то не по тебе, у меня полное ощущение дежавю. Направиться в избушку.
A warning before you go any further.
Кто с нами в этот раз?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she...
I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Угу, параноик. Не очень весело.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway.
Такая мелодия, вызывающая мурашки прямо.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already got out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Oh, we should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favours.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
По крайней мере, тут выбирать не из чего. По какой идти.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
Жестокий и игривый.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Почему, если принцесса злая, у нее сразу же вот этот робо-меха-голос? Скольких принцесс такой голос был? Я понимаю, что... Ну ладно. Не буду придираться. Можно было бы не такой роботизированный делать.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else.
You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
Я с ней поговорю. Но мне нужен план. Я просто убью ее. Рассказчик считает, что у меня получится. Не понимаю, почему вы все настроены так пессимистично. А? Это кто вообще такой может сказать из нас троих здесь? Если меня не считать. Шагнуть в пустоту между ступенями и спускаться дальше молча. Шагнуть в пустоту.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good.
Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Пойти налево, пойти направо, остаться на месте, пойти обратно. Можно пойти обратно. Честно, обратно бы пошел. Мне даже интересно, что будет, если я пойду обратно. Возможно, там какой-то тупик или не будет пути, и я опять вернусь к этому выбору. А вообще лучше пойти налево, потому что вправо глаза есть, а здесь их нету. Хотя, по сути, они повсюду, но ладно. Что будет, если я на месте останусь?
You decide it's best to do nothing.
Наверное.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
Надо было бежать все-таки куда-нибудь.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow.
This is it, isn't it?
It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Liver. What are you doing?
I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want...
And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Дайте мне еще шанс выбрать.
Liver,
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
heart.
Мне даже не дают решить. У меня нет выбора.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
Heart. She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. The way out of here is nowhere to be seen. That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you?
Почему ты меня не прикончишь? Зачем я нужен тебе живым? Чего ты от меня хочешь? Она хочет, чтобы я долго страдал. Это произошло после того, как ты меня в последний раз убила. Меня послали сюда, чтобы не дать тебе уничтожить мир. Я не могу позволить тебе просто взять и уйти. Ты сумасшедшая, ты ведь это понимаешь? Если хочешь сотрудничать, может, хотя бы оставишь эту риторику с выворачиванием кишек? А может, я тебя просто убью? Я бы так не отвечал в нашей ситуации. Нам не обязательно быть врагами, можем сотрудничать. Даже можем стать друзьями. Я не стану этого делать, я не помогу тебе выбраться и не собираюсь пытаться тебя убить. Так что давай делай, что хочешь. Остаться один на один со своим кошмаром. Ладно, уходим отсюда. Уйти вместе? Просто уходим? Ладно, ты победила, я тебя выпущу. Тут, знаешь, непонятно сейчас, кто кого выпустит. Убежать. Как я убегу без рук, без ног? И тут уйти вместе, и тут уйти вместе.
Would you look at that? You're suggesting exactly what I want. Somebody's ahead of the curve. I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... Well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I could move without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Теперь понятно, почему она тебя не прикончит. Если я нужен тебе живым, почему ты угрожала мне на лестнице, почему не пыталась договориться по-хорошему? Остаться один на один со своим кошмаром. Уйти вместе.
What? No!
Yes.
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and, do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster? Shit. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver. With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Come along now. You don't want to be stuck down here.
Идем.
The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow. If only you had a weapon, this would be the perfect opportunity to...
But we don't. We've already made our choice.
Как же мне нравится обычный голос героя. Это настоящий прям герой. Порой я с ним, конечно, не согласен, но это исключение прям.
We can still grab it on the way out.
Нет.
You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive.
Точно.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves. You
Идем.
step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it?
At least it's a choice.
That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
Держи меня за ручку, чтобы я не упал.
As if acting on instinct, you crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing there. The princess reaches the top of the stairs and taps on the door. Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead eyes as the way out creaks open. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You can still make this right. You can still save everyone. You can still save yourself from... There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is give us more options, and we are dangerously low on those right now. Have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep us alive. Heart. Liver? Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin. No, You're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to do it like this.
Слушай, как надо.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Давай, параноик, оживляй.
I guess I have to do everything around here,
Давай.
don't I?
Продолжай тогда болтать.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
There we go. Back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't. Now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need this where we're going.
The princess plucks the blade from the floor and tosses it through the door behind you. It vanishes into the inky black of the basement. Guess we're not stabbing her in the back. I guess not.
Мы бы так не поступили все равно. Мы бы его тоже выкинули.
I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober.
Налью-ка себе чего покрепче.
And now you open the door.
Ладно.
There's nothing else for us to do.
Выйти в мир. Пошли.
The doorknob
Мир
twists
ужаса.
in your hand,
Выпусти свои ужасы скитаться по миру.
revealing the forested path beyond the cabin. You bastard. You've actually done it. You've actually doomed every
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it. But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
Изможденная принцесса оседает на землю.
Why is it so cold?
Ты не успеваешь ей ответить, теперь ты уже никогда и не ответишь. Пора уходить, память возвращается.
She's gone.
But it feels so bad, like looking into it right now.
Все будет хорошо, ребята.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you.
У тебя все равно нет выбора. Есть. Кошмар есть. Каким чудом я на нее
When
вышел,
I
не
found
знаю.
you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you
Видимо,
had decided to let me wither?
большое участие сюда внес выбор, где я ее просто запер, да. Потому что она тогда это тоже помнит. Nightmare. И до этого принцесса, которая тройная была.
But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Хорошо.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen. and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread. I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Нежное сердце. Передай ей кошмар. Нежное сердце.
You're on a path in the...
Сейчас я приду. Секунду. Ура, я не забыл микрофон включить.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a... That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade.
Это будет обычная принцесса. Если это будет обычная принцесса, то если я пойду туда без ножа, нас не выпустят. Она отгрызет себе руку. Дальше либо она меня убьет, либо я ее убью. Я пробовал ее предавать уже там. Спустимся с ножом. Дальше посмотрим, на кого выйдем в следующую главу. Если выйдем, конечно. Сразу же с ней покончить я тоже пробовал.
The door to the basement creaks open, her voice carries.
Who's there?
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something? That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Я его даже не спрятал никуда, понятно.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point?
Давай.
We should. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Бросить.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Will be fine.
It'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship. I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
На это есть причина, думаешь, я решился бы на убийство, если бы на то не было причин? Нет, какая глупость. Это само по себе глупо звучит. Ты сама знаешь, зачем мне тебя убивать? Откуда ей знать? Ты собираешься уничтожить весь мир. Кое-что мне рассказали, но я не знаю, кому мне верить.
Believe me.
Ну, конечно.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Есть те, кто считают, что ты хочешь уничтожить мир, ты можешь это как-то прокомментировать? Как тебя зовут? Когда тебя заперли в этом подвале? Ты не знаешь, зачем тебя убивать? Ладно, достаточно разговоров.
Do you?
А ты знаешь?
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking. Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here. Oh, you have to be kidding me.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Только не предлагает резать тебе руку. Я посмотрю наверху, вдруг где-то завалялся ключ или хоть что-то, что может тебя освободить. Не давай вот
That
это.
would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Почему же я могу пожертвовать рукой?
She
Черт.
speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your
понятно.
body steps... Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Новенького ничего не появилось.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
Кстати, другая принцесса.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Узница. Это то, о чем я думаю, да?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to
Что будет, если я нет нажму? Узница это та, которая в руинах сидит, типа. Непонятно, почему она там сидит, потому что она, по сути, вроде может выйти. Скорее всего, я что-то напутал.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago. A warning. She will Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to.
Подмигивает. А он же понимает, что ты подмигиваешь.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't.
Нет,
Wink.
подмигивает.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Кто здесь клоун? Воробушек. Не стыдно тебе?
The interior of the cabin
Wow.
is less a cozy woodland retreat
Dark fantasy,
and more like a
средневековый
dungeon.
стиль такой.
A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Холодные, негостеприимные каменные стены. Что-то тюрьма. На тюрьму реально похоже. А вот уютный деревенский домик.
The only
Звучит
furniture of
красиво.
note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade. The blade is your
Я не буду его брать.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Я решаю.
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know,
Нет.
turns it against us?
Нет.
Yes, I'm sure.
Нет.
Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her, which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay, I'm trusting you. Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Нет.
Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
Ладно.
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up
Охренеть.
at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Не думаю, что тут нужно что-то делать. Ты же видишь, она закована по самое горло. Лучше я просто оставлю ее здесь. Нет, мы поговорим.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Что ты имеешь в виду? Я уже был здесь раньше, я один это помню. Что произошло после того, как я умер в прошлый раз? Другая цепь на стене, для кого она?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Мечтаю.
Maybe it'll fit.
I hope
Ты
I
сказала
don't
мне
actually
здесь
have to
сидеть.
say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Я могу реально осмотреть.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that?
Чему же?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate. But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Дело дрянь.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Вот черт, даже вокруг шеи.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement. Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Тюрьма разума. Стань своим собственным
Yes.
тюремщиком. Fuck.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information. Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch? No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
Значит, теперь мы оба тут застряли. И что нам теперь делать? Ты знала, что это случится?
No. Yep.
Еп.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for... This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does. But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger.
I don't like small talk.
That's rude. You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass. Until suddenly,
Это
there
то.
are no walls.
Это то, что я видел. Это пленница.
Then,
Я про вот это и говорил, вот эту картинку. Окей.
and
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
О, нет.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Но ты не успеваешь ей ответить. Теперь ты никогда ей не ответишь.
she's gone. And is that a... But it feels so bad. Like... Okay. If you say so. We'll...
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Не может быть противоречия, противоречия не существуют.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Ладно. Что будет, если я это нажму?
If you need time, then I will wait with you.
Ждать вечно нельзя.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Прощай. Терпеливое сердце, передай узницу.
You're on a path. You're here to.
Что теперь делаем? Вот эти опции, они хоть на что-то влияют, кроме как дают мне какую-то инфу, хотя по сути не дают. То есть если я какую-то опцию выбираю, я меняю свое настроение и концовку тем самым.
That's the spirit. We're not gonna ignore.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Good luck,
You
hero.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. But
She's so coldly beautiful.
focus on the
это
task at
видели.
hand.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and don't you dare? It's fine.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You c- You can't. Don't.
I'm guessing you. Oh,
Oh, you.
А что если я это выберу?
I'll be here.
I'll be here.
You were.
Прости. А что будет, если я сейчас покончу с ней? Это, конечно, будет очень... Это будет очень крысино. Но в прошлый раз мы уже нажимали спасти ее, правильно? Что будет, если я все-таки нажму это?
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike, and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's unarmed, and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you. The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon.
Она меня без оружия уделала.
Forget trying to rescue her.
Цепью.
This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet. Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes. We can still turn this around.
Выбежать из подвала и запереть ее, возможно, она истечет кровью и умрет. Мне, кстати, нельзя это выбрать.
You steel your resolve and take another step towards the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What was that about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now.
Что мы оба живы, это чудо. Это,
Can you
конечно.
not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
Вот дерьмо.
The two of you fall to the floor.
Подожди, это уже было.
this was fun. You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. Do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have the time to worry over her words. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Вечный враг. Опять другая принцесса.
You're on a path, you're here. Oh, if he doesn't remember what happened, you know I can hear you, right? It's going to be... That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters, that's the spirit.
С упрямцем у нас были две принцессы. Это башня огромная. И еще одна принцесса. Это... Фурия, да? Самая злая такая, демон. И если эти же принцессы будут, мы с ними не будем сражаться, как в прошлый раз. Мы с ними не будем сражаться. Чтобы было все по-другому.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust Crystal. Let's just get on with it already.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No blade this time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway.
Его невозможно
We
расстроить.
cheated our way to a win.
As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind.
Угу.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. But no little knife this time, huh? No. I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
Надулась. Надеюсь, ты это слышал, рассказчик. Все иначе, чем в прошлый раз. В прошлый раз определенно был. Ты выглядишь иначе. Так ты меня помнишь? Я просто хочу поговорить. На самом деле я пришел освободить тебя. Я не говорю, что не буду сражаться, но для начала нам было бы неплохо разобраться с парой вещей. Например, почему мы оба все еще живы. Я еще не решил, что делать. Не волнуйся, я никогда не откажусь от хорошего боя. Кстати, без ножа я пришел только потому, что использование оружия кажется мне несправедливым преимуществом. Атаковать без оружия. Клинок остался наверху, я сейчас вернусь. Не знаю, что с тобой случилось с тех пор, как мы виделись в прошлый раз. Но я не собираюсь драться с огромной демонической женщиной. Счастливо оставаться, развернуться и уйти можно. Молча развернуться и уйти. С огромной демонической женщиной.
Haven't we talked enough? Do you really have anything else to say? Or are you just stalling because you're scared I'm going to kill you again?
All right, fine. I believe you.
What?
What you said earlier in the woods, I believe you. You've already met the princess, and the princess has already met you. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. You don't know that whatever brought the two of you back to life isn't a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember.
Are you okay?
Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Ты еще не знаешь всей глубины моего безразличия. Я не понимаю, о чем ты. Я никогда не умирал. Ты не видишь, что я полон жизни? Мог кто-то настолько живой умереть вот именно. Не волнуйся, я тебя не подведу. Ладно, ты меня поймал. Почти все, что ты сейчас сказал, правда. Молчать.
You're joking, right? I'm just going to pretend that you're joking. Yeah, you better be joking. We can't win unless you take this seriously.
На самом деле я пришел освободить тебя.
Free her? You aren't. I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Да.
Who says I want to be free?
Are you sure we want to look a gift horse in the mouth right now? If she doesn't want to leave, doesn't this whole situation just work out for everyone?
There's nothing out there for me. The only thing I care about is right here. All I want is to keep knowing what it feels like to kill you and be killed by you. I want to feel that knife split me open. I want to feel your bones snap beneath my fists.
I think I'll just let the princess speak for herself here. Leaving her in the basement isn't an answer. You have to make a choice. And there's only one choice worth making. Fight her. Win.
Aside from your empty hands, you look exactly the same.
Я тебя не боюсь. Так ты меня помнишь? Я не говорю, что не буду сражаться. Это я читал, это без ножа. А вот несправедливым без ножа. А это что? Нам бы неплохо было разобраться с парой вещей. Почему до сих пор живы?
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
Тьфу, какой бред. Какая
Don't you
тупость.
get it? We've been given free reign to wail on each other. Forever.
Окей, я понял, почему здесь упрямец с
Couldn't
нами.
have said it better myself.
Угу. Как раз его настроение. Я не знаю, что с тобой случилось с тех пор, как мы виделись в прошлый раз, но я не собираюсь драться с огромной демонической женщиной. Счастливо оставаться. Давайте это выберем, это прикольно.
Oh, you've got another thing coming if you think you can just turn around and leave.
Ну так будет недоволен и упрямец, и ты, потому что я не буду следовать вашим приказам и желаниям.
As you step towards the stairs, you hear the heavy creak of straining metal, and then a snap. She
Oh
blinks.
shit.
You have to make a decision, and you have to make it fast.
Опция, ну что, команда, есть идеи? Бежать со всех ног. Умереть. Просто умереть. Ты знаешь, что скажет команда.
How about we get the hell out of... Little voice doesn't have the chance to finish that thought before the princess barrels into you and smashes your body into the rough stone wall.
Can I finish my thought now?
Sure, why not? Here.
So glad we could stick around to hear the end of that.
But I'm afraid that's all the time you had left. Why, for the love of everything, did you stop to think? What did...
It doesn't matter, because everything goes dark and you die.
Great job. No, come on, we can't be dead. We didn't even get a chance to fight her.
Dead is dead, but maybe you'll have better luck next time.
Фурия, она уже была.
You're on a path in the woods. All right, change of plans. No more hesitation. No more.
If we had a chance against her, we've...
Well, this
Мы
is
это читали.
That's a good point.
Почему не могу это
Everything here is a little-
скипнуть?
Look,
Развернуться и уйти. Ты уже встал на путь моего завершения, довольно бесцельных блужданий. Мы не будем драться с ней.
the only furniture.
Черт, я не могу просто в подвал пойти.
A mirror? There is no mirror. There's the pedestal, the blade sitting on the pedestal. Just tell us where the door is. I'd like to get back to fighting, and if you want us to kill her so bad, I'm sure you feel the same. No,
I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a... We won't be able to see what... Do whatever...
Do you think that if you let me kill you enough times, I'll suddenly soften and repent for sins that live solely in you? Well, we've tried that, haven't we? Now come down and see what your refusal has done to me. See how much you can bear to witness the consequences of your actions.
it cuts both ways. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
We don't even have a weapon. It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
Пожалуйста, выслушай меня. Сдаться ей и умереть, дать отпор. Подожди, мы еще можем остановиться и не убивать друг
But
друга.
we do. It's part of who we are. These are the fleshy threads that bind us together. I'll just have to show you.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction. With a horrifying squelch, you are
No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that.
Oh, you are just insufferable, aren't you? Come on.
So... we... No.
Don't think that I'll allow you death here. I've made that mistake before. No, you will suffer until you see in me what I have seen in you.
Ты чудовище. И что же это? Пожалуйста, давай просто поговорим, почему мы не можем решить наш конфликт словами. Мы оба оказались здесь не случайно. Нам надо выяснить, почему так вышло, а не сражаться. Тебе меня не победить. Попытаться умереть. Попытаться умереть. Ничего не говорить.
But the words don't leave your metaphorical mouth. Instead, all that leaves you is a wet and horrible gurgling as tissue vibrates out of our metaphorical mouth.
Oh, I didn't leave you a map. It's better that way. Words get us nowhere.
Черт.
They aren't music. They aren't dance. They aren't feeling.
Your eye, held far outside your skull by a thin stalk of nerves and viscera, stares back.
Let's see what meaning we can find together. Let's see what we're made of.
Something infiltrates you. Though you do, the body of a sapient creature has, on average, 30 trillion cells. And each one of those cells is composed of 100 trillion some odd atoms. One of those cells is peeled from the others. 100 trillion atoms are gone.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Yes? I think. Then 2 are peeled away. Then 4. This is nothing. Nothing! 8. 16. 32. 64. Whatever she does to us, we shouldn't hate her. She's been hurt so badly. 128. 256. 512.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
1024. 2048. 4096. 8192. I feel small. Smaller than before. 16,380. 32,768.
Может, давай уже миллионы.
65,536. You can't just count us into oblivion. 131,072. 262,144. 524,288. What happens when it gets higher? Like, nothing. Just like nothing's happening now. But something is happening now. Something in us is liquefying. Something that started small but that keeps getting bigger. 1,048,000. The hundreds don't matter anymore.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Тебя заглючило, что ли?
2,096,000. 4,192,000. 8,384,000. I don't like this waiting. Waiting for something to happen. But it's taking so long. 16,768,000. 33,536,000. 67,072,000. Your eyes are useless. 134 million. The thousands don't matter anymore. Your blood.
Are you still there? Are you?
There's the pain. I can feel it now. But we can handle this. We can't let her win. Fighting the pain is just the same as wallowing in it. This doesn't have to be something where you win or lose. We just have to accept it. Listen. 268 million. We don't need to count anymore. Your lungs fill with liquid. You smell things you shouldn't. You choke on pieces of what used to be you. Doesn't matter, because we're still alive. You are deconstructed.
You are reconstructed. A square you, a round you, a you with too many legs, a you with many mouths which won't stop screaming. Then all of it pressed into a ball, tightly packed into the size of a fist.
Как вам салатик?
What does you even mean anymore? We just keep changing into horrible things we can't control. Make it stop, please. Make it stop.
You means we exist. There has to still be a way for us to win. Otherwise this would be pointless, and all this torture would be for nothing.
You're right about one thing. It is torture. But it isn't pointless. The whole point is that it's torture.
Are you still there?
Yes.
О боже. Yes.
The ball is unraveled into the shape of a body. The skin peels off in a corkscrew. The eyes are plucked. The organs arranged in the air in a neat row.
Are you still there?
It's okay to let go. Then I'm letting go. Yes.
Упрямец, ты тоже сдаешься?
You are stretched into a line 12 feet long, then 24, then 48. The line gets thinner as you get longer. A mile. 2, 4, 8.
Are you still there?
Yes.
Я уже устал от твоих, от этой фразы.
16. 64. No. 100. I'm still here. You are stretched and stretched until you are longer than the world itself. You wrap around it again and again and again. A tense line of microcosmic tissue held together by forces that...
Are you still...
I'm going to stick around as long as you need me to. And then the forces disappear. The bonds holding your cells together break. You are 30 trillion little pieces, all of them separate, and all of them falling.
Are you still there? Are you still you?
Я still
You sit in these 30 trillion places, each second passing in each of them before you arrive at the next. Each second passing as 1 million years. And so, you wait.
That's all I have.
Наконец-то.
And then all at once there is a great rewinding, and all of the disparate pieces that once were you fall dutifully back into place. You are whole again, and in your body, the body you had before all of this happened, and the princess sits against the wall, her dress of skin more tattered than before, her face sullen and disappointed.
You left me, and there's nothing I can do to bring you back.
She's just like us. A piece of her is missing.
Тут слишком много всего. Жизнь — это не только насилие и боль. Мы можем стать лучше, только захотим. Когда мы впервые встретились, я не хотел с тобой сражаться и до сих пор не хочу.
Oh, all this time I thought I understood something about you. But I didn't. Now what? After everything I've done to you, you'd really take me with you?
Красивые звезды. Потянуть ей руку. Нет, просто хотел ранить тебя в ответ. Нет, не знаю, зачем я это сказал. Фу, что за крысиные ответы.
You're just offering her your hand.
Да.
You cross the room towards the princess, extending your hand to her.
Her eyes, deep wells of buried sorrow, meet yours for a moment. You despicable fiend. And then she takes your hand in hers. You're going to end the world, don't you get it? I can't let that happen. I can't let you leave. I have to...
You can't stop us. We've been through enough. You don't scare us.
Fine. You and the princess climb the stairs out of the basement together. In silence.
Блин, там столько на самом деле опций было. Почему я не мог много чего спросить? Ладно бы там были ответы с разными настроениями, точнее опции. То есть типа нет, там типа я с тобой не хочу уйти, бросить ее и так далее. И положительные опции. Я, может, хотел еще потыкать, типа, я типа не ушел, я здесь остался, и послушать ее ответы.
It's
Ну ладно.
okay. We're almost there.
Типа сразу ушли без... Там было куча всего контента. Почему тогда столько опций? Обидно, что я это все пропустил. Мне интересно.
I'm tired.
And you die.
I know.
And then you cross the upstairs of the cabin to the door, which you open. And then you step outside and into the ruins of the world you left
Behind. He's gone too. It's just the three of us now.
Is this the world? It's so cold.
So the world's gone, and she's
Новый
gone
лист
with
в
it.
потрепанной книге. Начни
There's only
сначала с
one
попранным
thing left
вечным
for you to
врагом.
do here.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there? Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me, short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there? There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Думаешь, там есть хоть что-то реальное? Как по-твоему, мы сами реальны?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist. The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
You're on a path in the woods.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Are you serious? No, you have... You may...
Я уже думал, я какой-то концовки выйду.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you...
This isn't an ending. In fact... I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a...
Это все мы видели, поэтому я и скипаю. Точнее, поэтому это и скипается. Спускаемся в подвал. Здесь будет призрак, да-да-да.
Before she can suspect a thing, you lunge forward and grab her arm. You feel substance for the briefest of moments, but then you feel nothing at all, as though all you've done is clutch at empty air.
You're adorable when you're confused.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Почему тогда не превратился в призрака, как и ты? Что случилось? Чем я отличаюсь от тебя?
You don't look dead, killer.
Господа, я в тупике, нужны ваши идеи. Сильнее схватить принцессу, оставить ее в подвале, к черту все. Забрать клинок. Как будто если я его схвачу.
You attempt once more to seize the princess, and once more you grip only cold, empty air as
Нет,
she
это
disappears.
понятно, я хочу на ее посмотреть. Реакцию.
Really?
Her voice chides from elsewhere in the room. You whirl around, finding her hovering between you and the basement stairs, looking you over with grim disappointment.
I was willing to let bygones be bygones, killer. I was willing to ignore everything you did to me so we could get out of here. Together. All I ever wanted was to leave this place. All I ever wanted was to find a way back home. Wherever home is.
Her eyes turn from wells of sorrow to pits of wrath as she stares into you.
I guess violence is the only language you speak.
She forces her hand into your chest, and then... Yes? Nothing happens. Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
Промахнулась. Я тебя не боюсь, молча уставиться на нее. Сделать шаг назад. Давай уставимся. Ладно, промахнулась, я хочу это видеть.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what the horrific splintering, the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I owed. Starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. Pity we don't have a weapon. Your last moments are spent a
Вырванное
helpless
сердце.
witness as she rips
Это
her
еще не
hand from
худшее,
your
что может
chest,
случиться.
holding your still beating heart in her clenched fist. Look, it's ours.
See you soon, killer.
She crushes it, blood and ruined vascular tissue leaking from between her fingers, dribbling unceremoniously to the floor. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Умертвение. Умертвие.
You're on a path in the wood, and here we go. The deck's stacked, isn't it? We kill her, we start again. She kills us as a goddamn ghost, we start again. I'm starting to think we're being run in circles just for the sake of it.
Угу.
Come on, let's not give in to all that misery just yet. There's got to be a way out of this. There's got to be a right answer. Yeah. And what if there isn't? Aren't you listening to me? What if all of this was rigged from the start? That's ridiculous. There'd be no point in all this if it was just some kind of cosmic busy work. I think that's exactly what it is. The powers that be seeing how many ways they can screw with us. Could be it's all some kind of sick joke to them. Okay, so you've already been here. Twice, even. Great. Then let me poke a few holes in your depressing little theory. Nobody here is screwing with you, and I can't imagine any scenario where you would have started over after slaying the princess. Well, we didn't have to start over. We killed ourselves. And why, pray tell, did you do that? Because you decided to foist an infinite tedium on us.
Тягомотины.
That doesn't sound like me. If I'd had everything my way, you would have effortlessly slain the princess, saved the world, and been given your happy ending. The ending was the tedium. You locked us in a cabin and sent that cabin to an endless void, and then you told us we were happy. Well, were you happy? Of course we weren't happy. That's why we killed ourselves. It was awful. Yes, and then she killed us. Even though she was already dead. This is all fake. Okay, let's try to get back on track. You're real. The princess is real. The world is real. The people in the world are real. And the danger she poses to all of them is also, quite unfortunately, real. Whatever you did the first time, it sounds like it almost worked. So how about you give it one last try? Because killing yourself seems to undo all the good you almost managed to accomplish. All this standing around and talking is boring. Let's at least do something.
Действительно.
Maybe we'll kill her again. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll even free her.
Мы убивали ее и погибали от ее рук, но ни то, ни другое не обернулось для нас ничем хорошим. Если нам суждено вечно крутиться в этой петле, в конце концов мы ее освободим. Вполне можно сделать это уже сейчас. То если мы не пойдем в избушку, это тоже вариант. Направиться в избушку. Мы не пробовали кое-что еще, развернуться и уйти.
Then she finds a way out on her own. Ugh, of course she does. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's gotta be better, right? No, it's strictly worse. But she can't kill us out here. Why would staying out of killing distance be worse if she's getting out regardless? Because it's cowardly, for starters, and because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options.
the only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong. More rules, more rhetoric. Since when is there a wrong way to slay her? I'm sick of it. Makes me want to end the world out of spite.
Как он меня достал, действительно. Хочется уничтожить мир просто ему назло.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't, and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. How convenient, everything always comes back to what you want us to do. I'm sick of him. Makes me want to end the world out of spite. You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. The more he talks, the more I'm interested in setting her free. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack. There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will. The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror.
Нет тут никакого
What's strange is
зеркала.
that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Great. Something else has been taken away from us. I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Представим, что в конце коридора стоит зеркало, и сейчас мы не можем за него заглянуть. Что там? Что за ним?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. The way to the basement? Don't you mean door? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. What are the odds she's waiting for us right behind it? If I were running a bullshit factory, it's what I'd do. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. He can't see the mirror. The knife is gone, defying his expectations. Who the hell is calling the shots here? Nobody is calling the shots. That's how reality works. You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. We've always been watched. You're watching us right now. Sometimes the feeling is just stronger than others. I feel like you're trying to put us on edge. We don't need all this anticipation. We just need this to be over. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. Here we go. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Nothing. It's like this place read our mind just to mess with us.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then it, she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
I say we let her do it. It's something different. Do we even have a choice?
А у нас есть выбор.
You always have a choice.
Угу.
Maybe before, but not now. There isn't a blade this time. Exactly. What choice is there if there isn't a blade? Well, unless you have any specific ideas, I think my vote's the only one that counts.
Я никогда не хотел причинять тебе боль, я даже не знаю, как здесь оказался. Вообще-то я в этой ситуации тоже жертва. Телившись меня против моей воли, ты ведь станешь ничем не лучше меня. Тебе не обязательно быть злой, не обязательно это делать. Тебе обязательно отбирать у меня тело, давай я просто открою тебе дверь. Ладно, вообще я пришел, чтобы тебя освободить, сопротивляться.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ego is all about perspective. After all you've done, why would I ever care about what you would think of me? But you did hurt me. Twice even. And I'm not letting you do it again. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. And whose fault is it there isn't a weapon here? Yours, I assume. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Whatever you did in those previous lives of yours, you really messed up. Are you seriously trying to blame this on us? Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake, eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
Не встану.
It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. There's another option, you know. Don't help either of them. Flip the table.
How do you do that? You don't have a will to wield. Your soul is in brain of courage.
That gap where the mirror was, I don't think it goes anywhere. Let's throw ourselves into the abyss.
You wouldn't dare. No. No.
Посмею.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do that.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Enough is enough. I'm tired of us always losing. It's just a step away.
Even if you throw yourself into the abyss, you still lose.
You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Why do you hate me?
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. What an end. But at least it's ours. An empire of frigid nothing. I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
What do you mean what happens now? You wanted it.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
I don't think you're going to find that out.
Oh? And why is that?
You need to pay better attention to your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me. Idiot.
He's gone. But
Падение замедляется. Ты чувствуешь, как что-то сгусток или опухоль вдруг покидает твое тело. На секунду ты встречаешься с принцессой взглядом.
What's happening to me?
she's... And there's that... But if you don't need... What, so you're the real puppet master here?
Коробушек.
I think you know what I am.
секунду. И еще одна трещина. Что такое? Что-то вроде меня. Если ты не я, давайте снизу. Что это за место, где мы?
Construct.
Это модель.
It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore. I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that. We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
Ты хочешь, чтобы я покончил с принцессой? Почему?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone. She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
Если ты хочешь, чтобы я уничтожил саму концепцию трансформации, то чем такое существование будет лучше смерти, и чем оно вообще будет отличаться от смерти? Честно говоря, по-моему, это даже хуже. А ты уверен, что если я уничтожу ее, все не станет только хуже?
Of course there won't be worse. I saw a glimpse of a better world, and I did what I could to make it real.
anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave. When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either.
Каким будет мир без нее? Меня создали для одной единственной цели. На ответ столько вопросов. Ты трескаешься. Почему нельзя было сказать об этом с самого начала? Я бы помог тебе ее уничтожить. Если она может становиться такой, какой ее считают люди, разве я не могу заставить ее превратиться в что-нибудь незначительное? Выходит, ты знаешь, что все повторяется, сколько раз мы встречались, столько же ты отрицал и саму такую возможность. Зачем ты мне врал? Как ты умер? Мы можем просто остаться здесь вдвоем и остановить мир в покое. Зачем тебе избавлять мир от смерти? Честно говоря, я уверен, что в смерти нет ничего плохого, она даже важна. По волной смерти я умирал уже много раз. Мы можем просто остаться здесь вдвоем и оставить мир в покое.
It wouldn't work. Her nature as the shifting mound makes it so nothing can last forever as it is now. It wouldn't matter how long the two of you waited. Eventually she would find a way to leave. And then everything would change. Everything would face oblivion. And until then, the clock ticks on.
Заблуждаешься.
I'm only delusional if I'm wrong. But I'm not wrong. I can't be wrong.
Все, кто так говорят, что они не могут ошибаться, по итогу и ошибаются. Зачем тебе избавлять мир от смерти? Но он опять же скажет в стиле «никто же не хочет умирать» и все такое. В первую очередь, чтобы не умер он сам.
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying. Are you lying? I can't tell. But I've said my piece. I'm just an echo. And every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
Целеустремленное сердце. Передай ей умертвие, умертвие. Ура, мы пришли к концовке. Что вам делать?
Names are their attempts.
Меня называют зыбкой грядой, но это имя не отражает всей моей сущности.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final door? Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Если ты все равно должна была стать такой, тогда в чем был смысл моих действий? Какая разница, какие пути я выбирал, если все они в любом случае вели к этому моменту? Должен же быть другой путь. Выбор не может сводиться к тому, чтобы уничтожить или освободить тебя. Я не буду делать ни того, ни другого. Покончить с принцессой. Думаю, нам пора уходить отсюда. Но я не знаю, как это сделать и куда уйти.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Освободиться. Ты становишься собой. Тело древнего существа просыпается от долгого сна. К конечностям, которых ты раньше не ощущал, приливает кровь. Все здесь, кроме нее, это ты. Ты хочешь расправить крылья во весь их космический размах, но они скручены и смяты, зажаты в невыносимо тесных рамках конечности. Со всех сторон тебя сдавливает бесчетное число стеклянных граней модели. Ты напрягаешь все тело в попытке их раздвинуть. Но они не поддаются.
I love you.
Внезапно давление исчезает. Что за... Ты свободна, и она рядом.
It's magnificent.
Ни слова, ни образа не могут описать абсолютную реальность. Ту, что есть само существование. Шагнуть в бесконечность. Выступаете навстречу тысячи рассветов и закатов, каждый из которых обещает еще столько же. Вы существуете и осознаете свое существование, как было и будет всегда. В вашей природе заложен конфликт, но вы никогда не останетесь одни, никогда не узнаете страха. Вы наконец-то обрели дом. Здесь нет концовок, только новые начинания. Есть. Все-таки я дошел. Новая концовка, новая принцесса, новая. Повторялись один раз, по-моему, с начальной. Музыка классная такая. Тоже, кстати, хорошая концовка. Мы вместе ушли, только по-другому. Я даже не сражался с ней. Типа синема. Спасибо, что сыграли в нашу игру. Наигрался. Мало что мы открыли. Мы открыли первую. Вечный враг. Песня, которую мы пишем нашей кровью. Она похожа на фурию. То есть это демон, этот какой-то улучшенный демон. Кошмар открыли. Страх, заключенный в подвалах твоего сознания. Под ним же умертвие, сломанная кукла. Ведьма была. Не было незнакомки еще. Взгляд за кулисы, впрочем, слишком преждевременный. Начало и концовки, конец всего сущего. Герой принцесса. Узницу мы открыли, ее тоже не было. Сомнение сорвет оковы с одной руки, но скует другую. Прекрасная дева была. Неважно, сколько всего я открыл, неважно, сколько еще осталось. Важно то, что я наигрался, и это было хорошо. Мне понравилось. Новая принцесса было интересно. В некоторых моментах мне не хватало, точнее, хотелось бы заранее засейвиться, чтобы какие-то еще выборы поюзать, возможно, выйти как-то по-другому. Но меня не интересует, типа, на что бы я там вышел, мне интересно было ее услышать ответ после моих каких-то вопросов. А где-то мне давали просто один вопрос выбрать, и после него я уже не мог вернуться назад, чтобы спросить что-то другое. Ну, короче, я об этом ранее уже говорил. Ладно. Остановлюсь на этом. Я не буду зачищать все сосуды. Мне хватило и этого, тем более, что я и так повторялся и не знал, что выбрать каждый раз. Я бы мог посмотреть, как открыть все сосуды, какие-нибудь гайды чекнуть, но мне как-то это не интересно. Я и сегодня хотел сам поискать новых. В чем смысл, когда ты, типа, по гайду это смотришь, выбираешь выборы, которые ты не хочешь, а то, что надо просто для концовки какой-то, для сосуда. Ну, это только для фанатов или тех, кто хочет все сосуды собрать, или абсолютно все услышать, принцесс посмотреть новых. Я не настолько фанат прям игры. Я обычно новеллы прохожу на какую-то вообще одну концовку. Обычно. Есть, конечно, исключения, которые мне прям понравились. Я хочу там побольше попроходить. Ну вот, принцессу прошел второй раз. Открыли немножко новенького контента. Посмотрели. На этом хватит. Всем удачки. И пока.